Yes.
You know how you say we go through layers of hell and then there's a bunch of demons and eventually Satan steps in?
Yeah.
Are we going to know when Satan steps in or is it just another layer that we go through?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell him how he'll know.
What was the question?
How will you know when you're going through the ego death? And I said there were layers and layers of it, right? How will you know when you're going through? That is such a good question, man. That's an amazing question.
You'll experience a lot more peace and contentment.
Peace and
But
what?
contentment,
Contentment.
contentment. But
Oh, okay.
but it takes a lot of time, and you have to be patient. A lot of patience.
Oh.
Are we going to know when it's Satan, the big dog, that we're the final boss pretty much? You know what I mean?
Will you know?
You can feel it. You can feel the difference between contentment and tension.
Okay.
Let me let you know when you're going through the ego death. When you like, oh, this is too hard. I can't handle this. You're going through the death. When you're in your imagination and you're aware that you're in thoughts, you're going through the death. When you become afraid and you're aware that you have become afraid, you're going through the death. When you feel lonely and you're aware that you're feeling lonely, you're going through the death. When you feel like giving up, oh, this is just so hard, and you're aware that you're doing that, you're going through the death. When you don't give up, no matter how painful, when you just feel like you can't get out of your bed because the pain is so overwhelming, but you're aware of that. When you walk into a room and you feel shy or nervous, or you feel afraid to speak up, and you're aware that you're feeling afraid to speak up, you're going through the death. It's when you're aware that you're going through it, that's when you're going through it. When you feel like you got to be around somebody, I got to make a phone call because I can't stand it. Let me say this first. I can't stand to be alone. I got to make a phone call. I got to turn the TV on. I got to do this. And you're aware of that, you're going through the death. But when you become unaware of it, you're not going through the death, you're in the death. You're calling it life because you make a phone call. I challenge you. So you get a real thrill of the death. Sit in a room for 30 minutes without doing anything. Don't turn on the TV. Don't look at your telephone, your little iPad or iPhone. Don't call up anyone. Just sit there and look. Be aware. You'll see what the real death is. And it's the awareness of the anxiety and the overwhelming of pain and the doubt and the feel like you want to run out of the room, feel like you just can't stand it. Stay aware of that, you're going through the death. But if you become unaware of that by picking up your phone, now you feel a little better. Or by turning on the TV, now you feel a little better. Or by doing it, then you're not going, you stop the death. You're living in the death, you're calling it life. That make sense? Yeah. All right, you're welcome. So listen, do the silent prayer, rebuildingtheman.com/prayer. Forgive. I don't care. The other person doesn't need to apologize. I'm sorry for playing God with you, judging you. I was wrong. God will forgive you. And then watch. Just watch those thoughts. Stay conscious of them. It's not going to be easy in the beginning, but it will be easy. In the beginning, it's rough. And even down the road, it's a little rough. But stay conscious. It's the light. It's the mind of God that kills the darkness of Satan. He really will kill it. All right. So stay conscious. Stay conscious. One of the greatest sins that you can commit is to forget to be present. You got to remember to stay present right here. Anybody that's in their thoughts, thinking about yesterday or tomorrow, you're in hell. And that's where Satan wants you. And one last thing, Satan does not want you to be aware. He doesn't want it. He's going to scream at you. He's going to yell at you. He's going to despise you. He's going to try to laugh with you. And then if that doesn't work, he's going to send some more little demons to get you, called depression or suicide or whatever. He's going to send them after you. He's going to send your past after you and the future, which doesn't exist. And then if that doesn't work, he's going to send people outside of you after you. Because the demons live in human beings. He's going to send other people after you. But if you just watch and don't respond at all, never argue with the devil. Inside your mind, don't talk to him. Don't have a conversation. Don't answer him. Because when you do, he's going to give you one thought, and as soon as he gives you one thought and you respond to that thought, he's going to give you another thought. And then another. Now you're conversating with the devil. It's enough to see the devil talking to you, but don't respond to the devil. Don't talk back to him at all. It's not you. It sounds like you, but it's not you.